You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Okay, welcome back to the bright side once again, friends. We're talking progesterone, pregnenolone, the feel-good hormones. I call them the feel-good hormones. They're the balancing hormones. They're the general health hormones. Progesterone and pregnenolone. Later on, we're going to talk about DHEA. Last we spoke, we said progesterone is important for mental health, for brain health. There's more progesterone in the brain, 20 times more progesterone in the brain than there is in the blood. Progesterone is an anti-seizure hormone, improves healing from brain injury. It's anti-anxiety. It's a natural Prozac. In fact, if you're considering using an SSRI drug, be it Effexor or Prozac or whatever they want to put you on, you might want to try a little progesterone and see what happens. Progesterone improves the activity of serotonin in the brain. It improves our ability to handle the ups and downs of life. That's what serotonin is. It's a management hormone. It helps us manage our day-to-day activities in terms of our stresses. I don't want to say it's a stress hormone. It's kind of like a balancing hormone. It keeps the ups from being too high and the downs from being too low. It just keeps us stable right in the middle. It's a hormone that helps us handle our lives, handle life in general. And progesterone does much the same thing. So it should come as no surprise that progesterone will improve the activity of serotonin. Progesterone is also, low progesterone levels are associated with nicotine addiction and alcohol addiction. And using a little progesterone cream can also help smooth out that bumpy ride that people go through when they try to withdraw from nicotine or when they try to withdraw from alcohol. Likewise with pregnenolone, by the way. Both of these substances, these feel-good substances, can help you wean yourself off of alcohol or off of nicotine. In the same way that it can help support serotonin production, it can also help support some of the unpleasant symptoms that are associated with withdrawal. If you're trying to quit smoking, according to a 2009 Yale University study published in the journal Human Psychopharmacology, researchers showed that progesterone can alter the urge to smoke, and it can help improve some of the subjective effects of nicotine. Or it can help support some of the subjective effects of nicotine. You may be able to replace your nicotine buzz with progesterone. When treated with progesterone, participants in the study exhibited enhanced suppression of smoking urges, reported higher ratings of negative effects from IV nicotine, and reported lower ratings of liking the drug, liking nicotine. In other words, they didn't like nicotine as much, and they said that they didn't have some of the negative effects associated with nicotine. If they said that they had worse negative effects from nicotine. In other words, they didn't want the nicotine from using progesterone. This may account for some of the differences in the males and females and the genders when it comes to nicotine addiction. Progesterone levels in a woman fluctuate more than they do in a man. A woman's progesterone levels tend to drop at the end of her menstrual cycle. Women will go low progesterone right before they have their period. According to a 2010 article in the journal Experiential and Clinical Pharmacology, this can result in women having an increased susceptibility to nicotine addiction, particularly during those last 7 days of the menstrual cycle when progesterone levels drop. And by the way, the same phenomena occurs with cocaine. And some researchers, some scientists believe that progesterone can reduce the effects of nicotine and cocaine and cravings for nicotine and cocaine. And seeing how many drugs work with these same kind of addiction chemicals in the brain, there's good reason to believe that progesterone can help you wean off of all drugs, including painkillers and opiates. It's worth a try. At the very least, you're going to get a nice little hit of progesterone. It'll have a nice calming effect. That's the most important strategy for withdrawing from drugs, from painkillers or from alcohol or nicotine or anything. It's to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the relaxation nervous system, as much as possible. And when you think about it, it kind of makes sense because one of the reasons we get addicted to drugs is because we want to be relaxed. We want to lighten up. Life is a kind of burden on us, and it seems like taking a drug may be a way to kind of relax that burden. So when you think about it, taking a hot bath or getting a massage or deep breathing or anything you do to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, it makes perfect sense that would help you withdraw from a drug. It may be that that's the real drug that we want. It may be the real drug that we're looking for is the relaxation drug, the one we make in our brains. Addiction is a form of self-soothing. It's a form of self-medicating to calm down. So, excuse me. anything we could do to calm the body down is going to improve our ability or make it easier for us to wean ourselves off of these kinds of substances like painkillers and opiates. Painkiller addiction is a serious, serious problem in this country. It's like we're all in pain. Existential pain, not necessarily physical pain, pain of existence. The brain will make niacin when it's under duress. Niacin is also a calming substance, and there's actually a very important relationship between vitamin B3, niacin, and sex hormones, estrogen and progesterone. Women who are high estrogen producers, either they have a lot of body fat, or they're on hormone replacement therapy, or if they're pregnant, they're going to be more prone towards niacin deficiency disease. High estrogen means lower niacin. According to a July 2007 article in the journal Bioscience, Biotechnology, and Biochemistry, twice as many women die from pellagra, which is niacin deficiency disease, than men. Researchers conclude in the article that the female sex hormones, particularly estrogen, inhibits the synthesis of niacin, and that women, especially during pregnancy, will be more at risk to pellagra, niacin deficiency disease, than are men. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. Okay, so we're talking progesterone, pregnenolone, feel-good hormones. They're not aggressive or super stimulating hormones like estrogen and testosterone. They're pretty much benign. Progesterone not quite as benign as pregnenolone, which is just unbelievably mild. Progesterone and pregnenolone, both, and DHEA, as we'll talk about later, have a very important role to play in the brain, in the health of the brain, as does the B vitamin niacin, which is one of the all-time great brain nutrients. Niacin can be important for helping alleviate the symptoms of schizophrenia, of autism, of anxiety disorder, Asperger's syndrome, depression, dementia. In fact, if you go to medical school, they'll tell you that the signs of niacin deficiency are the 3 Ds: diarrhea, dermatitis, and dementia. I wonder, how many people are dealing with issues of dementia are dealing with subclinical or misidentified pellagra? By the way, it's the 4 Ds. Pellagra, niacin deficiency disease, is associated with the 4 Ds: diarrhea, which is a digestive issue, obviously; dermatitis, which is a skin issue; dementia, brain health issue; and death. Niacin deficiency will kill you. And this is one of the reasons niacin's unbelievable importance to the body. It's one of the reasons niacin is a vitamin that your body can make. Under ordinary conditions, we call vitamins essential in the sense that you need to have them in the diet. You can't make them, but niacin is an exception to the rule. Niacin is so fundamentally important to the human body and to health, aside from mental health issues. Niacin is so important that your brain will make its own niacin, but that doesn't happen as well under conditions of estrogen dominance. If we're eating estrogen-containing foods, that can lead to a niacin deficiency in the brain. If we're exposing ourselves to BPA and other plastics which have estrogen-like properties, that can affect niacin. Hormone replacement therapy can affect niacin. Every woman on hormone replacement therapy or on the birth control pill should be cranking the B vitamins, should be on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, which is loaded with the B vitamins. Longevity, by the way, has a new high-dose niacin product. It's called the Ultimate Niacin. It's a timed release, 500 milligram dose. It'll give you the benefits of niacin for doing a lot of things. If you have PMS issues, if you're dealing with menopausal issues, hot flashes, anxiety, jitteriness, insomnia, depression. Not to mention the fact that niacin is one of the all-time great anti-cholesterol supplements. I wonder how much of our hypercholesterolemia issues, high blood cholesterol issues, are just due to niacin deficiency. You've got to think about it. Most of us, if we're not supplementing, are going to be deficient in niacin, especially if we're not healthy, especially if we're estrogen dominant. Niacin is also very important for helping control blood sugar. It's important for helping control blood fats too. And if you use your Ultimate Niacin, you'll be able to get a good, healthy 500 milligram dose without flushing because it's timed release. Great new product from Longevity, the Ultimate Niacin. Also important for the heart. In fact, it's being marketed as a cardiovascular supplement, but so much more. As with all nutrients, when you take a nutrient for one specific issue, you get multiple benefits. Unlike drugs, you take a drug for one specific issue, you end up with toxic side effects. With nutrients, you end up with beneficial effects. Niacin, like progesterone, can also make it easier to quit smoking if you're addicted to nicotine. Nicotine and niacin share a lot of structural similarities. And it could very well be, once again, that smoking may be one of the ways we self-medicate to get our niacin. Topical progesterone and topical niacin, for that matter, can be helpful for rosacea patients. Rosacea is a condition where the skin appears red and you could kind of see the blood vessels underneath the skin. And people will think it's a skin issue, and you'll have people, skincare professionals, unfortunately, selling products for the skin when you have rosacea. Completely misunderstanding the fact that rosacea is not a skin condition. It's a circulatory condition, contrary to appearances and contrary to the belief of many. It is not a skin condition, it's a circulation condition, and both niacin and progesterone can be helpful for improving the tone of blood vessels. Rosacea patients are more likely to suffer from other blood vessel issues, not surprisingly, because rosacea is a sign of an internal imbalance. Hemorrhoids, varicose veins, migraine headaches are all associated with rosacea. All of this is to say that rosacea needs to be addressed, similar to acne, similar to eczema, similar to psoriasis, similar to all skin conditions. Rosacea needs to be addressed internally. Even though it looks like it's a skin condition, it is not a topical condition. Same, by the way, with puffiness under the eyes, baggy eyes, or dark circles under the eyes. I get so many calls and letters about dark circles under the eyes. Dark circles and bagginess under the eyes are circulation issues, like rosacea. There's signs that there's something going on with the circulatory system, and that makes perfect sense because all health conditions are circulation issues. All health conditions are circulation issues. If I had to tell you one fundamental thing to understand about the body and health and how to get better if we're not well, it's this. All health conditions are circulation issues. The circulatory system gets clogged, we get sick. I call it dirty blood, toxemia, toxins in the blood. Of course, how does the blood become toxic? From the food. Thus, the primacy of the gut when it comes to staying healthy. That's the reason the gut is so important, because this is the connection to the internal blood, to the internal milieu. That is, my friends, the fundamental message of the bright side. Breaking it all down, cutting to the chase. You never have to listen to another health program ever again. If you just want to if you could just make that link, just understand that link between dirty blood, between the digestive system, dirty blood, and health challenges. When we talk about the triangle of disease, we're really talking about dirty blood. The triangle of disease is the 3 points that precede all disease. That is the digestive system, the blood sugar system, and the adrenal thyroid complex. And the reason this triangle is one unit is because all 3 of these points affect the blood. Sugar is a sign of dirty blood. The blood becomes dirty through the digestive system. Or I shouldn't say sugar is a sign. Sugar can cause dirty blood. Dirty blood becomes dirty through the digestive tract. And then the cortisol, the adrenal hormones, stress hormones, and the thyroid also affect the circulatory system. So, rosacea, skin diseases, all health challenges focus on the circulation system. And by the way, this is why rosacea has been linked to other health challenges. That's called comorbidity. That's the fancy way of saying other health challenges. Comorbidity refers to other things that go wrong when you have one specific health issue, and rosacea's got lots of comorbidities. All skin conditions have comorbidities. Psoriasis has a lot of comorbidities. In the case of rosacea, type 1 diabetes is linked to rosacea. Rheumatoid arthritis is linked to rosacea, according to a April 23rd, 2016 article in the journal Dermatology News. Rosacea in women is linked to a wide variety of autoimmune disorders, including celiac disease, multiple sclerosis, in addition to the aforementioned type 1 diabetes and rheumatoid arthritis. According to another article, this one in the October 2015 edition of Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology, rosacea is correlated with hyperlipidemia. That means high blood fats, hypertension, metabolic disorder, cardiovascular disease, heartburn and GERD, esophageal reflux disease. According to the authors of this JAMA article, October 2015, rosacea is associated with numerous systemic comorbid diseases in a skin severity dependent manner. Meaning, the worse your rosacea, the more likely you are to have these other comorbid conditions. We were talking earlier about quitting smoking. Well, it turns out that vitamin E, which is another one of those calming vitamins, works with pregnenolone and progesterone. They make a perfect pair, progesterone. In fact, progesterone and vitamin E work together transdermally. If you're doing transdermal progesterone cream, you might want to consider breaking open or sticking a pin in a vitamin E capsule and squeezing some vitamin E in your dose of progesterone cream. It will help improve the penetration of the progesterone, and a good formulation, a good progesterone cream formulation will already include a little vitamin E. I always used to put in about 100 or so, which is a big dose, 100 IU of vitamin E per dose of progesterone in my progesterone cream when I was formulating it, when I was compounding it. This is from Ohio State University, taking a specific form of vitamin E, gamma tocopherol in this case. Taking gamma tocopherol can accelerate the health benefits that occur when people quit smoking. In a small study, improvement in blood vessel function is associated with added vitamin E, 19% greater drop in future risk for cardiovascular disease after you quit smoking. Vitamin E is awesome stuff, man, for calming the body down. All right, let's see here what else I want to tell you. I got lots of articles here. I will take your calls. We'll get your calls here now. 844-236-6010 is our number. Do have lines open for you. Justin in Oklahoma, what's going on, man? Welcome to the bright side.
I was wondering on that. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on, Justin?
Okay. I was wondering on that pregnenolone. Does that affect birth control? My wife was wondering about taking it, but she's on a birth control.
No, no, it shouldn't. It'll help protect her from some of the untoward effects of estrogen. Do you know what she's on? What birth control pill she's on?
No.
Chances are it's a combination of estrogen and progestin, fake progesterone. Very, very nasty substances. Now, birth control is kind of tricky because, birth control is so effective for birth control, but it's just really, really nasty stuff from a biochemical standpoint. It really represents an ignorance of pharmacology to play around with hormones in this toxic sense, but it's really tough because they're so effective. They work so well. I mean, no muss, no fuss. You take your pill and you don't have to worry about anything. So it's hard to argue for folks not to use the birth control pill, but just know that you're playing with fire if you're on it. Here's the deal, Justin. Pregnenolone will protect your wife from some of the negative effects of the toxic estrogen and toxic progesterone, for that matter. So if you're on the birth control pill, you definitely want to, I don't say definitely, but it's a good idea to use pregnenolone. And then also, if you're on the birth control pill, it's not just a good idea, it's a must to get on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine because of the B vitamins. Estrogens and the hormone replacement therapy and birth control pills, they will deplete the body of vitamin B6 and vitamin B3. It's extremely important that you get on the, and for that matter, riboflavin, vitamin B2. The B vitamins are unspeakably important, and it could very well be that some of the nasty effects associated with long-term use of the estrogens, of birth control pills and synthetic hormones, may be the result of B vitamin deficiency. So if you're on the birth control pill, or you're on hormone replacement therapy, if you're exposed to estrogens in any way, which is all of us, by the way, you want your Beyond Tangy Tangerine, which is basically, which is in many ways a B vitamin replacement supplement. It's got lots of other things in there too, but the B vitamins are the superstars of that formulation, in my humble opinion. Does that help, Justin?
Okay, yeah.
Anything else? Nope.
Did we lose?
Say it again. I think we lost you there, buddy.
We're already. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, we're already on the Beyond Tangy and Tangerine. We take it already and everything, and I got my mom on it now.
How's she doing? Are they noticing energy?
Yeah, she loves it. She's getting out more and doing quite a bit.
That's awesome.
And everything. But that was one of the things, too. I didn't know I was going to try and get her to start taking that
pregnenolone.
And, yeah.
Had you heard about it before, or did you hear about it just from us?
Just from you guys.
Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, it's interesting to me how nobody ever talks about this stuff. It's so cheap and it's so effective and so non-toxic. All right, man. And also one more. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. As far as for my wife on that pregnenolone, what dosage should you take?
100 milligrams a day to start.
Okay.
You could take up to 300 milligrams a day. One more thing I should tell you is the vitamin E. Have her take some vitamin E also, 400 international units of vitamin E. Vitamin E is one of those that you have to go to the health food store to get. It's not found in foods, vitamin E. If you're smoking, if you're using hormone replacement therapy, if you're under duress of any kind, if you're exposed to the sun, you want vitamin E, ideally mixed tocopherols and mixed tocotrienols. So have her take 400 international units a day.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, good deal. Good to talk to you, Justin. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. Steve, what's going on, man? Steve in PA. Steve?
Okay. I was wondering about the DHEA.
Yes.
Boy, I got on fast. I didn't even get a chance to review my notes here that I was wrote up on Friday.
Okay.
Let's see here. My research discovered DHEA was allegedly the master hormone.
Yes.
I don't know if it was it for longevity or
yes.
happiness? Or
if it's good,
hormones?
everything good. DHEA is the master hormone for everything good. It's similar to pregnenolone and progesterone, but it's more like related to the sex hormones. Progesterone and pregnenolone are related to the sex hormones too, but progesterone and pregnenolone also gets shifted into stress hormone. But DHEA goes right into sex hormones. It turns into your growth and fertility hormones. That means anything that has to do with growth and fertility and wellness is going to be upregulated by DHEA. You follow me? Does that make sense?
I heard you live like 20 years longer.
You know, I don't know specifics about 20 years longer, but I know that longevity is associated with DHEA. I also know that as we get older, our DHEA levels drop, and this is one of the reasons why testosterone and estrogen tend to drop as we get older, because we're not making as much DHEA. DHEA, by the way, and we're going to talk at length about it later on, DHEA is made from progesterone. So when you take your progesterone, or if you use your progesterone, you will make more DHEA.
Did you say pregnenolone and progesterone?
Steve, we got an awful connection, bro. I don't know if I'm on speaker or what, but the awful.
No, I don't know.
Listen, I can't even do this. You want to call back? If you call back, I'll get you right up. I'm sorry, buddy. Okay. Rory in Watsonville, California. What's going on, man?
Hey, Dan. Thank you for taking my call. Hey, I've got a good friend that struggled with quitting pot for years and successful, and back on, so on and so forth.
How much is he smoking? Is he smoking like wake and bake deal?
He's trying not to. He's trying to just do the evening, and just,
okay.
He's got to get his fix.
Okay, I hear you. Hang on, Rory. We got to take a break. Don't go away. We'll finish when we come back from our break. Okay. All right. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We're talking to Rory in Watsonville. Rory, you there, man?
Yeah, I'm here. Thanks. Man.
Okay, so here's the deal with pot smoking. It depends, as far as kicking it or weaning yourself off of it, it kind of depends on why he's using the pot. If he's using it to self-medicate because he doesn't want to deal with life, when he's quit smoking pot, his problems are going to come back, and it's tough to, you know what I'm saying? It's tough to not do it.
It's more from, well, who knows why he started. I mean, he's like me. He started when he was about 15. I smoked extensively for a few years. I know the crave. With God's help, I was relieved of it immediately. But he struggled with it, and then it becomes a habit, and you can't see the forest for the trees, but he knows he's got to get rid of it.
Okay, now if it's a habit,
pregnenolone plus the,
Well, hang on, Rory. I'll tell you some nutrients here in a sec, but here's the deal, because I don't want you to think, you just take these nutrients and you're off your drugs. Here's the deal. If he is really, really serious about wanting to quit, but he's just physically or physiologically addicted and he doesn't want to go through the withdrawal, yes, these supplements can be extremely helpful. I'll tell you what these are in a sec. But if he's doing it to self-medicate or self-soothe, you know what I mean when I say that? To self-soothe?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, if he's doing it to self-medicate and self-soothe, the problem is when he quits smoking, his problems are going to come back. You know what I'm saying? So you need to he needs to find some other way to self-medicate or self-soothe that's not toxic. And it turns out that there's nothing that duplicates marijuana, because what marijuana is doing is it's supporting your own endocannabinoid neurochemistry. And there's no other substance that does that. So if he wants to do that, if he wants to self-medicate and self-soothe, he has to come up with another way to do it. And there's lots of things that he can do, not specifically for the endocannabinoids, the internal brain cannabinoids, brain THC, if you will. But what he can do is he can do the relaxation strategies. It's very important to find something else to soothe with, and that's where relaxation strategies come in. What if you, Rory, imagine that, I don't know if you're addicted to anything, or if you said you were before.
Yeah.
Imagine if you could get a back rub every time you were going to take a hit of pot. A half-hour back rub. What do you think you'd rather have? Right?
Well,
what would you rather have, a half-hour back rub or a hit of pot?
Well,
you know what I'm saying? right?
When I was 15, I would have gone for the pot, but I didn't know anything.
Well, what I'm saying is, if you can find other ways to self-soothe or self-medicate, it's hard to find somebody to rub your back every time you want to hit a pot. But I'm just saying theoretically, if we could find other ways to self-soothe, it would make it so much easier to wean ourselves off of pot.
Yeah,
now, from a physiologic standpoint, or any drug really, but from a physiologic standpoint, because that's what you're asking, pregnenolone, definitely 100 to 200 milligrams a day. Even if you're smoking pot, pregnenolone can help mitigate some of the effects of the high, so it will make your pot less pleasurable. So pregnenolone, and it will also protect your brain from the pot.
I remember you said that when you smoke pot, the THC upregulates pregnenolone in your brain at some sector in your brain. You said 3,000 times, right?
Yeah, huge amount. Yes, pregnenolone is neuroprotective. It's one of the ways the body naturally protects the brain. Same with progesterone. Vitamin E can be helpful. The B complex can be helpful, particularly niacin. And if he wants to use a little progesterone cream, that wouldn't hurt either. Tryptophan, 5-HTP, or I like straight tryptophan. Some people get benefits from 5-HTP. Both of these help your brain make serotonin. Serotonin, of course, is important for keeping everything stable. Magnesium is important for helping relax the body and relax the brain. It's also very important for brain health in general. And then GABA, GABA, and lithium may also help them as well. And don't forget the omega-3 fats from the Ultimate EFAs.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get him to take the Healthy Start pack. That would be a good place to start.
It'll be a great place to start. And if he wants to do one thing, he doesn't want to spend money, he just wants to do one quick thing, keep your sugar down. Reduce hypoglycemia. Low blood sugar will cause great distress in the body, make the body really jittery. Cortisol gets secreted, and you'll be more prone towards smoking pot. So keeping the blood sugar stable is extremely important. Many of these nutrients that we talk about are really they work via the blood sugar. Niacin works at least partially by stabilizing blood sugar. All right, got to move on, Rory.
Did I help? Sir. Take care.
Okay.
Yes, it does. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay, take care. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. We got Steve back. Go ahead, Steve. Let's see if we got a better connection, bro.
Yes, testing 1, 2.
Yes, we got you.
Okay, the DHEA. Did you say that compared to pregnenolone and progesterone, that the pregnenolone progesterone could revert to cortisol? But
progesterone and pregnenolone are raw materials for cortisol. The next step is cortisol and cortisol-like substances after progesterone. You get does it make sense how all these chemicals are proceeding sequentially into other chemicals? How cholesterol proceeds to pregnenolone, it proceeds to progesterone, then progesterone proceeds to cortisol. These are all made from each other. And this is called a biochemical pathway. I think you know what I'm talking about, Steve. This is called the pathways. The pathways are how chemical A, or Tinker Toy A, for the non-chemists out there, Tinker Toy A gets converted into Tinker Toy B, or chemical structure A gets converted into chemical structure B, then C, then D, then E. And that's called a chemical pathway. And everything we're talking about here is the steroid hormone pathway, how all the steroid hormones proceed. So it all starts off with cholesterol, which, as I've said a zillion times, and I'll continue saying, is the single most important molecule in the body, and nothing says the stupidity of the pharmacomedical model than drugs that suppress cholesterol. Cholesterol proceeds or gets tweaked and becomes pregnenolone, which in turn gets tweaked and becomes progesterone. Now, from progesterone, you go two directions. Progesterone can get tweaked one way and can become the stress hormones, or it can be tweaked another way and become DHEA. And then let me just say this one last thing. DHEA then gets tweaked to become the sex hormones. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What causes it to go to a cortisol
or
stress hormone, right? That's associated with adrenals, correct?
Correct.
Or DHEA.
It's an awesome question, Steve. Steve, that is an awesome question. You cut right to the chase. What is it that determines whether your progesterone is going to be turned into or be tweaked, if you will, to become a stress hormone or a sex hormone or DHEA? It has a choice. There's a little fork in the road, and progesterone can either take the fork to the left and become stress hormone, or the fork to the right and become youth hormone. And your question, Steve, cuts right to the chase, because if we can figure out what is it that determines which direction that progesterone goes, we will be able to maintain our youth and vitality and fertility and everything we like about life longer. What is it that determines it? Stress. is what determines it. Burden, sympathetic overload. This is the juncture between the parasympathetic effects, the relaxation effects of the body, and the sympathetic stress effects in the body. Right where you hit the nail on the head, Steve. That's the point. That's what we want to understand, is why does progesterone go into making stress hormones versus fertility and youth and health and happy hormones. And the key is burden. The key is stress. When the body's in survival mode, it will make more stress hormone. That's the bottom line right there.
You have two types of stress. You have natural stress.
I'm talking about distress. I'm not talking about eustress. Yes, you're right. There are two kinds of stress. There's eustress, EU stress. That's good stress, and that's just quick bursts of intense stress. By the way, I just read a really cool article that I wanted to talk about here. Not that I want to digress, but you guys may have heard this. They call it the 1 minute workout. Did you hear about this? The 1 minute workout? Now I can't find it. That's what I want to tell you about.
Yeah, that's for when you do like sprints and you really go all out for 50 seconds at a time.
This was all over the news on Friday, and I printed up this article. Now I can't find it, but it was all over the news on Friday how intense scientists at McMaster's University in Canada found that intense 1 minute workouts give you just as much benefit as a 45-minute long-term workout. And this is the idea of eustress, intense stress, versus long-term drip chronic stress or distress. So yes, you're right. Eustress will shunt you into DHEA and the sex hormones. Distress will shunt the progesterone into cortisol, and that's where you run into problems. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm not talking about that type of stress. What I'm talking about is the natural stress from like free radicals and biochemicals in your body. When you get older, you're going to pick up all these toxins in your body. That's one type of stress. Then you have the stress from somebody that's a problem neighbor or whatever.
No, they're not. They're not two different stresses. They're the same. Oxidants and toxins in the blood equal a messed up neighbor biochemically. And that's an important point. We don't want to distinguish. We don't want to make a distinction between psychological and mental and emotional stresses and physiologic stresses, because from the biochemical standpoint, they're the same. That's the power of our mind. This is how the mind controls the body. And that's a very, very important point. I'm guilty of focusing a lot on nutrition sometimes at the expense of understanding the mental and emotional components. I try to mention it periodically, but it's so important to understand that health is holistic: spiritual, mental, emotional, physical. It's not just physical. So I'm not sure if I hear the music there or not. Is that the music, Keith?
That's the music.
Oh, that's the music. All right, I hear the music now. All right, we got to go, Steve. I apologize, man. Have a good day. Good to talk to you. All right, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for listening, friends. If you want to check out our longevity products, head to criticalhealthnews.com, brightsideben.com, or pharmacistben.com, or call 866-735-2470. Have yourselves an awesome, beautiful, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later, folks. Bye for now.
Dangerous blood clot device alert. If you or a loved one had an IVC filter placed to prevent blood clots from traveling to your heart or lungs and suffered an injury, you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. The FDA warns that IVC filters may cause serious complications, such as heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, and even death. These dangerous blood clot devices can break, and the metal fragments can travel to your heart or lungs, causing serious injuries. If you or a loved one suffered organ damage or other injuries from an IVC filter, you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Act now. Time is limited to file a claim. For a free consultation and free information, call Injury Help Desk at 800-478-1507. 800-478-1507. 800-478-1507. This is an advertisement. Paid non-attorney spokesperson. InjuryHelpDesk.com is responsible for this advertisement. Principal office, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Extend your life with Extendovite, a 7-herb combination made from garlic, cayenne, bilberry, hawthorn, ginkgo biloba, valerian, and milk thistle. Each herb was chosen for their abilities to help improve irregular heartbeats, chest pain, lower cholesterol, as well as normalize blood pressure and clean and strengthen arteries, plus much, much more. Doctors have taken people off of some or all of their pills just because they believe their patients got better while taking Extendovite. Get the dependability of Extendovite. Just see how you feel in 6 months. A 2-month supply of either capsules or liquid is only $69.95 plus shipping and handling. Call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822. 928-8822 or visit heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Worried about lead, fluoride, and other contaminants in your drinking water? Purchase a Pro Pure system during the Crazy May sale and get a free Pro Max shower filter or water filter pitcher. Remove up to 200 contaminants with the Pro 1G 2.0 truly cleanable, reusable filter. We don't stretch our claims, we just deliver performance. Visit your authorized Pro Pure dealer for details or ProPureUSA.com. That's ProPureUSA.com.
You haven't experienced yogurt until you've tried a Mossy, embodying health and flavor in a true whole milk, green-fed dairy beverage. Every sip pays homage to our old world cows and the ancient culturing methods their milk benefits from. With over 30 probiotics, a Mossy's undeniably nutritious, refined, cultured sensation bolsters your health and awakens your passion for dairy. A Mossy's so good, and you need to try it. Contact your Longevity distributor or call 877-878-4203 or go to gcnteam.com.
You've asked for it, now he's coming. The amazing pharmacist Ben Fuchs, live in Minneapolis, May 5th. Seating is limited and tickets are free. Call Rose at 763-291-5052. Reserve yours today. Again, pharmacist Ben Fuchs, live in Minneapolis, 763-291-5052. If you haven't heard Ben Fuchs on Alex Jones, George Norrie, Joyce Riley, and so many others, stop by thebrightside.com. Ben Fuchs, live, 763-291-5052. Looking for that edge during those intimate moments? We see many ads for enhancement, but the side effects include death. At GCN Team, we should change the Healthy Body Brain and Heart Pack to the Healthy Libido Pack. The brain and heart are not the only organs that require a healthy vascular system. For proper blood flow at the right moment, go to gcnteam.com or call 877-878-4203. That's 877-878-4203. That's 877-878-4203.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
This is it. For the first time ever on this station, U.S. government gold offered at cost for only $139 each. With Wall Street suffering its worst start to a trading year in history, now is especially the time to be paying attention to gold. This first time ever, U.S. legal tender government gold offered at cost for only $139 each is from the U.S. Money Reserve. Call them at 1-866-944-GOLD. Gold is on the move, so don't miss out. For the first time ever on this station, U.S. government gold offered at cost for only $139 each. 1-866-944-GOLD or online at usmoneyreserve.com. Ask for a free 55-page gold buyer's book. Plus, get a free Walking Liberty $50 just for reading this must-have book. Get your free gold book, your free $50, but most importantly, get your gold at cost for only $139 per coin. 1-866-944-GOLD.
Worried about lead, fluoride, and other contaminants in your drinking water? Purchase a Pro Pure system during the Crazy May sale and get a free Pro Max shower filter or water filter pitcher. Remove up to 200 contaminants with the Pro 1G 2.0 truly cleanable, reusable filter. We don't stretch our claims, we just deliver performance. Visit your authorized Pro Pure dealer for details or ProPureUSA.com. That's ProPureUSA.com.
10937. Are your Google search results killing you? Unflattering content in blogs, news articles, online reviews, social media, or other sources can jeopardize your reputation, your business, and your livelihood. Let Reputation.com help. Our patented technology will make the truth about you more visible while pushing down unwanted negative content. Improve your Google search results. Call Reputation.com at 1-800-831-0771 for a free consultation. That's 800-831-0771.
Did you know a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, you might not sleep so well. But now, SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. It kills 99.9% of all CPAP germs, and it's completely hands-free. For a limited time, you can try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. Just call 1-800-900-0684.
SoClean changed the CPAP experience for the better. My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean destroys CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs with no hassle. Never have to clean your machine by hand again. There's no water, chemicals, or disassembly. Just pop in your mask, close the lid, and presto, your CPAP system is clean and fresh in minutes. Call SoClean.com to try it risk-free at home for 30 days. This is a limited-time offer, only available by calling 1-800-900-0684. That's 1-800-900-0684.
Do you have dry hands or itchy, peeling skin? Are your cracked feet in need of a makeover for sandal season? Hi, my name is Diane Cook, the creator of Bee Spa Hand and Foot Cream. Bee Spa is all natural, 16% beeswax, marigold extract, and other essential oils and nutrients. Bee Spa is great for exceptionally dry hands and feet, but Bee Spa can be used anywhere on the body. I am sure you will see a difference overnight. Bee Spa is the only cream you will ever need. The convenient 2.5-ounce size jar travels nicely and a little goes a long way. Bee Spa Hand and Foot Cream costs $29.99. Use promotion code 101 for free shipping. Order Bee Spa Hand and Foot Cream today at beespa.com. That's BEESPA.com. That's BEESPA.com.
Registered pharmacist Ben Fuchs understands the importance of supplementing with glucosamine and chondroitin for optimal health and vitality. That's why he recommends Glucogel from Youngevity.
Get on the Glucogel caps from Youngevity. They're a great way to treat arthritis and any kind of joint issues. And oh, by the way, glucosamine is great for helping support the vascular system, the blood vessel system too. So you'll get multiple benefits from the Glucogel caps. You'll be able to treat your arthritis and joints as well as the circulatory system. And also, the Glucogel caps can help prevent wrinkles. The Glucogel caps support collagen synthesis.
Take pharmacist Ben's advice and support your joint, circulatory system, and skin health by ordering Glucogel from Youngevity. Call 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470 or on the web at brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com. Order today.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I impartially shopped the highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $26 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 1-800-403-4885. That's 1-800-403-4885. 1-800-403-4885. Or go to SelectQuote.com. We shop, you save. Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
We'll take a quick break and come back with more good health information on the bright side right after this.
Single most important thing your body needs. So you want to be sure it's the best for you and your family. Since 2005, thousands have depended on Berkey purified water. The Berkey Guy provides the lowest priced filtration systems in every size for incredibly delicious water now and in an emergency. Get to GoBerkey.com or call 877-886-3653. 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com.
Are you worried about your mom or dad living alone in their house? Hi, I'm Joan London. Listen, I know how difficult it is to find senior care for someone you love. That's why I recommend a free service called A Place for Mom. They are the nation's largest senior living referral service. Call A Place for Mom today.
To receive free information on senior living communities in your area, call A Place for Mom at 1-800-704-6182.
A Place for Mom offers free one-on-one advice from local advisors and a personalized list of senior living communities you can visit. If you have questions about senior care for your mom or dad, there's a place for answers, A Place for Mom.
Call A Place for Mom in the next 10 minutes to get your free ebook on financing senior care as well as free information on senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-704-6182. That's 1-800-704-6182.
Water is the single most important thing your body needs, so you want to be sure it's the best for you and your family. Since 2005, thousands have depended on Berkey purified water. The Berkey Guy provides the lowest priced filtration systems in every size for incredibly delicious water now and in an emergency. Get to goberkey.com or call 877-886-3653. 877-886-3653. goberkey.com.
Dr. Joel Wallach here. If you're a baby boomer and you're worried about the big epidemics coming, and I'm not talking about the bird flu or the swine flu, I'm talking about epidemics of Alzheimer's disease, heart disease, obesity, diabetes, arthritis, cancer. That's because the 80 million baby boomers followed all the advice of doctors, and Houston, we have a problem.
See Dr. Wallach live in Little Rock, Arkansas, Saturday, May 14th, 1 p.m. Go to www.cdocinarkansas.com. That's cdocinarkansas.com.
This is a healthcare alert from the Pain Relief Hotline. If you, a family member, or a loved one suffers from knee, back, shoulder, or ankle pain and have Medicare as your primary insurance, we've got great news. You don't have to suffer any longer. You can immediately qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost to you by calling our 24/7 Pain Relief Hotline at 866-389-0620. Delivery is free and all paperwork is handled for you. If you are on Medicare and have knee, back, shoulder, or ankle pain, don't wait. You can qualify to immediately receive a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost by calling our 24/7 Pain Hotline now at 866-389-0620. Our representatives are standing by 24/7 to take your call and rush you your pain-relieving brace at little or no cost to you. Shipping is free and all paperwork is handled for you. Just call 866-389-0620. That's 866-389-0620. Again, 866-389-0620.
Worried about lead, fluoride, and other contaminants in your drinking water? Purchase a ProPure system during the Crazy May sale and get a free ProMax shower filter or water filter pitcher. Remove up to 200 contaminants with the Pro 1G 2.0 truly cleanable, reusable filter. We don't stretch our claims, we just deliver performance. Visit your authorized ProPure dealer for details or ProPureUSA.com. That's PROPURUSA.com.